What's up, Supah players out there? It's your host Tony G bringing you another amazing market watch, and this time we got ourselves the champion packs because we know that this weekend was jam-packed with in real life events, webcam events, and I wanted to talk about some of these cards that some of you guys were able to pick up and see what are the money cards and what aren't. And if you guys are new to the channel, definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and definitely comment down below if I missed any particular card that I should mention for the next market watch. And of course, stay Supah, of course, everyone. And so we're gonna get into the new champion cards. I want to talk about some of them because I only found a few of them, but I want to talk about them anyway. So we have Android's 17 Hell's Guidance. It's sitting at $7.99, and when I saw this, I didn't have any listings for these cards because they were kind of expensive, I guess. They were $17, and now that everyone's getting their hands on them, they're dropping down to $7.99. I was able to find a few of them. I didn't find all of them, guys, and I'm gonna talk about some other champion cards that did go down in price. But like I said, this card was actually sitting at $17. Now it's at $7.99, and that's relatively cheap compared to what it came out to be in the beginning. And so yeah, not too expensive, but a really good card to have. And the next one I'm gonna be talking about is Pycon Controlling Force. He's mean mugging you. This card just looks funny to me, but it was sitting at $18 to almost $20 when it first came out, and now it's sitting at $9.99. Of course, the hype is real when it comes out. Cards are relatively expensive, but then they drop dramatically when the prices settle. And honestly, I've been seeing some of the top, they haven't really revealed the top winning decks, and like I said, I wanted to talk about the price of some of these cards, but I couldn't find what were the main cards people were using. But I did see some of them being bought out and being used. So just because I was watching the streams on some of the players that were doing it. So yeah, Pycon sitting at $9.99. It was sitting at $20, dropped by half. Next one is, this is the money card. If you pull this card, Cooler Suffocating Tyranny is sitting at $57. It was actually sitting at $57, but it's actually a $39.99 card. This is the money card. If you pull this card, this is where it's at. This is where you want to use your money and buy this very powerful card. It's a game finisher. It's a triple striker. Not only that, when he attacks, your opponent places the top card in their deck in their drop area and then chooses up to one of your opponent's battle cards, and it gets -25 for the turn. And at the end of your turn, you may return this card to the owner's hand if you do switch one of your red or blue energy back to active. So pretty much it comes out for 2 energy, which is 1 red, 1 blue, and obviously the 1 extra energy. But like I said, very strong card. Minuses, triple striker, game finisher. So he does a lot of damage right off the bat. And so he was sitting at $50, 57 when he came out, and now he's at 60 being the highest and $39.99 being the cheapest. But like I said, not that many listings. Card that might have been bought out because all the competitive players are using this card, and it's the money card. And then we move on to the next one is Bardock the Eliminator. This card was actually at $30, and it significantly dropped to $13.99. A lot of competitive players were using this card in the tournaments, but it just dropped dramatically, I guess because the events are done. But some of these cards are gonna probably go back up because this whole month is gonna be jam-packed with webcam and in real life events. So stay tuned to see those awesome market watches every Monday. And don't forget that C-Rod's giving away an awesome poster or art piece of work or artwork in the last video he mentioned when he revealed the new set coming out. So definitely go hit up the comment section there to get a chance to win that awesome artwork by, I think, Ant-Man, I think is his name. But yeah, so definitely hit that like button in that video and comment so you can have a chance to win. And the next card I'm gonna talk about is SS4 Gogeta Thwarting the Dark Empire. I have the SPR and the SR. I want you guys to look at this price. I want you to pause the video and tell me what you think is the most expensive SS4 Gogeta. I'm not even gonna mention it yet. Do you think it's this SPR, is the SR, or the SPR? I want you guys to pause it and comment down below because I was blown away by how expensive both were, and I was surprised by it dramatically. So obviously a lightly played Goku, or SS4 Gogeta, so sorry, not Goku, Gogeta, sitting at $20 for lightly played, guys, and it was bought out. Look at this like phenomenon. It was bought out completely. There's only a few listings, and it's probably going to be a $25 SR. And then Drum roll for everybody. We have SS4 Gogeta, obviously SPR, almost the same price as the SR, and a near mint is sitting at $100, which is pretty wild in my opinion. But the cheapest is $30. So I mean, if you want to get the SPR version, I think you're going to be spending the same amount of money on an SR and an SPR. So, and if you got them relatively cheap, you really lucked out on that one, man. But like I said, like Bardock was represented, I believe, and then this card is just so good in Gogeta, Xeno, I think those competitive decks, and I think there was an SS4, there was a Bardock, a Mass Saiyan leader that topped, and I think he might have ran this card. I'm not too sure. Like I said, I don't know the deck list, but I know a lot of people were playing the new stuff, revamped. Obviously, some leaders got changed, and so we saw some pretty nifty spice in some of these people's decks. And so we move on to the next card is SS4 Bardock Spirit Resonance, another card that I want you guys to pause the video and let me know what you think is way more expensive, because you'll be surprised. This card was sitting at $6, and now it pretty much doubled to even tripled the price, sitting at $25 being the most expensive. And like I said, you're gonna see this card probably go up in price because it was bought out. It'll probably go back down, but I mean, people are using this card relatively in almost every black competitive deck. Very strong, very powerful. This and Gogeta wombo combos, guys. And just like I said, if you're sitting on these and you have a bunch of these, it's a good time to sell them. And then we have obviously the SPR version, guys, $10. If you want the SR, you're looking at $14. If you want the SPR, guys, it's $11, $10. It's way cheap. It's about the same price. So if you want the SPR version, you'll be getting, there's more listings of it, which is insane in my opinion. But like I said, Tony G bringing you that affordable card and showing you the prices. But like I said, let's see how expensive it's getting. It's $17.99. There's a few listings before it hits a higher price. So I mean, if you want to get them now, I think you could. But yeah, after I drop this video, they're probably going to be sold out. So I'm sorry to all the viewers out there that didn't get a chance to buy this already. But another SPR that's probably worth the money. Like, I mean, if you even want to just buy it, you could just make you double your money. I would feel. But this is what I wanted to talk about also. This card is sitting at $10,000. The pre-release Ultra Instinct Son Goku limit surpassed. There was actually a Invoker Goku deck that actually was topping the Gen Con regional, and I think he was top 8 or top 4. It was crazy. But I wanted to talk about this card because I just saw, like, I was looking at Dragon Ball Super card game on TCG Player, and this card is relatively expensive, and I was like $10,000. But I think that's a PSA graded one. Obviously, raw is still expensive. I mean, $400 for a lightly played one. I have a near mint one in my binder, never touched it. Still in its sleeve, still there, never touched it. When I pulled it, I put it in a sleeve, and I thought this card looked so cool, and I just put it in my binder. Huge shout out to Ultimate Guard, of course. Shameless plug right there. But it's at $1,000, I think. That's how much it was going for before. But I did see on eBay that people are selling it for like $2-3 grand PSA graded, which is pretty wild to me. And I want to talk about some of these theme boxes that are actually going up in price, guys. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but I wanted to talk about Clash of Fates because it's going up, man. It was actually sitting at, it wasn't even at $3.99. I mean, a month, not even a month ago, 2 weeks ago, I saw this box. It was sitting at $150, and now it doubled. Or even, yeah, it doubled pretty much to $325, and it was bought out. I could have sworn I talked to my teammates and I said, guys, I think Clash of Fates is a money box, and no one believed me. And they were like, nah, no one wants those cards. They're not used in anything. They're not even good collectors. I'm like, I don't know. It's a good box. And they didn't believe me. I'm like, you guys should have bought it. And now it's at $325. It was sitting at like $120, $150. And now it's at $325. And then we move on to the next box. If you guys are obviously day ones of our channel, you know we opened this box, the very first box, of course, and it was sitting at $200 at one point. Now it's at $500 because I wanted to talk about these cards. They're obviously collector items, and they're slowly going up in price, and it's $515 to $550 now. I mean, it's a pretty expensive box now. I mean, this box was actually going for like $200 like a few months ago, but it's doubled. If you have it sealed, awesome. If you're selling it now, I think it's a good time to sell. But there you guys have it. Definitely smash that like button. Comment down below if I missed any cards. Definitely keep updated because I will be talking about other cards as soon as deck lists get revealed by other content creators or the tournament organizers. We get a glimpse of what cards they used, and you'll see on Monday what competitive players were using and what their prices were. So I can't even tell you, the price didn't really change besides those 2 cards that I just mentioned, the Gogeta cards and Bardock. But stay tuned for next Monday because I'm probably going to see some cards go up. And as collectors, there are some boxes that are also going up from those sets. So definitely smash that like button and stay tuned for those Market Mondays. And like always, from your host, Tony G, I swear I'm going to be back on camera. It's just also, I've been getting home from work late and the sun goes down and my lights broke. I haven't bought them. And yeah, so that's why I'm like, it's already dark in my room. So I'm so sorry that you guys haven't seen my beautiful face, but you hear my beautiful voice. And like always, you'll hear the most beautiful saying I always say. Y'all stay Supah and smash that like button for that awesome comment that I just said about my voice. All right, everyone, stay Supah.